It is the story of a nation that has endured invasion, collapse, insurgency, and rebirth. From the scorching deserts of Anbar to the dense streets of Mosul, the Iraqi army has been shaped by decades of brutal warfare and relentless conflict. In 2026, it stands as one of the most combat-experienced forces in the Middle East, an army forged not on parade grounds, but in the crucible of real war. Founded in 1921, the Iraqi army was once considered one of the strongest in the Arab world, playing major roles in regional conflicts throughout the 20th century. But in 2003, everything changed. Following the invasion of Iraq, the entire army was disbanded. This decision plunged the nation into chaos, creating a massive security vacuum that fueled years of instability. What followed was one of the most difficult military rebuilds in modern history. From nothing, Iraq had to reconstruct its armed forces while simultaneously fighting insurgents, terrorists, and deep internal divisions. The world watched in shock as large parts of Iraq, including its second-largest city, Mosul, fell to the extremist group. The newly formed Iraqi army crumbled under the onslaught, and many observers believed it was finished for good. But history was about to take a dramatic turn. What came next was a comeback story written in blood, sacrifice, and incredible resilience. Iraqi soldiers, special forces, federal police, and allied units regrouped. The liberation of Mosul became the war's defining moment. Street by street, building by building, Iraqi forces battled an enemy that used tunnels, suicide bombers, and innocent civilians as human shields. The fighting was brutal and intimate. During this campaign, one unit rose to global prominence: the Iraqi counter-terrorism service, often called the Golden Division. Known for their discipline, courage, and sheer effectiveness, these elite troops became the symbol of Iraq's unwavering determination to reclaim its land, no matter the cost. By 2026, the Iraqi army has been completely transformed. It is no longer the fragile, uncertain force of the past. Today, its focus is razor-sharp: counter-terrorism, border security, internal stability, and rapid response operations. This army operates in one of the most complex security environments on the planet, simultaneously facing terrorist remnants, powerful militias, smuggling networks, and simmering regional tensions. Its military doctrine is not based on abstract theory from a textbook. It's based on raw, real-world combat experience. Iraqi soldiers train for the grim realities of urban warfare, grueling desert operations, and asymmetric threats. They are accustomed to fighting an enemy who doesn't wear a uniform, who melts into civilian populations, and who attacks without warning. This hard-earned experience gives the Iraqi army a unique and formidable edge. Many of its soldiers have seen more real combat than entire armies in other parts of the world. In terms of manpower, the Iraqi military fields hundreds of thousands of active and reserve personnel. Its structure is comprehensive, with infantry divisions, armored units, mechanized brigades, artillery formations, and of course, its elite special operations forces. While it may not be the most technologically advanced army in the region, Iraq brilliantly compensates with its deep battlefield knowledge, its adaptability under fire, and its strategic cooperation with both regional and international partners. Its arsenal is a fascinating reflection of this complex reality. The equipment is a mix of American, Russian, and locally modified systems. You'll see American M1A1 Abrams tanks operating alongside Russian T-72s, Humvees, and heavily armored MRAPs patrol the roads. And in the skies, air support from the Iraqi Air Force plays a crucial role, providing reconnaissance and precision strikes against high-value targets, supported by a growing fleet of armed drones. This elite force operates with a high degree of independence and is widely considered one of the most effective counter-terror units in the Middle East. They are highly trained, highly motivated, and combat-proven like few others. CTS units are the tip of the spear, often the first to be deployed in the most high-risk missions. Their fearsome reputation alone acts as a powerful psychological weapon against any insurgent groups that dare to challenge them. But the journey is far from over. The Iraqi army still faces significant challenges: political influence in military affairs, the complex integration of various militia groups, logistical hurdles, corruption, and the constant need for modernization are all ongoing concerns. Balancing national sovereignty while cooperating with foreign advisors remains a delicate and continuous task. Yet, despite these obstacles, the Iraqi army continues to evolve. learning from its past mistakes and relentlessly adapting to new and emerging threats. Iraq's geography places its army at the very heart of regional power struggles, bordering Iran, Syria, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Kuwait. Iraq is a strategic crossroads. The Iraqi army's ability to secure these vast and often volatile borders is crucial not just for Iraq's own survival, but for the stability of the entire region. It acts as a buffer, preventing the spillover of conflicts and containing terrorist movements. But what truly makes the Iraqi soldier unique is a mentality that QUNB taught in a training camp. These are men and women who grew up in war zones. They understand loss on a personal level, and they fight not for a distant ideology, but for something much more immediate: survival, family, and homeland. Their motivation is deeply personal, forged in hardship. This psychological toughness, this resilience, is a quality that simply cannot be manufactured. In recent years, Iraq has heavily invested in professionalizing its forces. There's a new focus on joint operations, intelligence-driven warfare, and modern command structures. Surveillance drones, intelligence fusion centers, and rapid response units are now central to how they operate. The era of large-scale conventional battles has given way to precise surgical raids designed to eliminate terrorist cells before they can ever regroup and pose a threat. Looking ahead, the future of the Iraqi army depends on three pillars: modernization, unity, and national stability. Continued investment in training, technology, and leadership will be the deciding factor in whether Iraq can protect its hard-won security gains. The brutal lessons learned in the war against ISIS will undoubtedly shape the Army's doctrine for decades to come. In 2026, the Iraqi army does not seek global dominance. It seeks respect, and it has earned it. This is an army that stared into the abyss of total collapse and returned stronger. An army that fought one of the most barbaric terrorist organizations in modern history and 1. This is an army built not on public image, but on real sacrifice. The story of the Iraqi army is far from over. As the Middle East continues to shift and change, its soldiers remain on the front lines, watching, waiting, and always ready, not for conquest, but for defense, not for glory, but for stability. And in a region where peace is so often fragile, the Iraqi army stands as a shield guard, experienced and unbroken. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe to Strategic Armed Forces. Thank you for watching.